Hi, we're back.
We are back. Back together, back in action.
Casey Wilson is back at Bitch Sesh.
So happy to be here in my own home.
I know, we were here without you last week. We went through your stuff. I hope you're fine.
I know,
with that.
everybody got into my little Dove dark chocolate.
I know, we ransacked the
little
place.
devious maid. Did she have any?
Yeah, Anna, everybody had
I
it.
don't know if she did, because she was telling me even when she was pregnant, she ran like 20 miles a day. She looks so gorgeous.
No, she got into them, I have to say. We were all
Happy to know that. Oh, Danielle.
We missed you, Casey. What have you been up to since last Bitch Sesh?
Things aren't great.
No?
Well, I'm great emotionally and spiritually and sexually.
Oh, good.
And financially, but physically, I am weak. I've thrown out my back like a 1,000,000-year-old person. In Chicago, in the Windy City, I was bending down to pick up a bra at Bloomingdale's.
How heavy was this bra?
It is a 36 double D in my postpartum state. I literally bent to get
Was
a
it
bra.
an 18-hour bra? Is that why it was so heavy?
But it was a Wacol. You know those ones that are like, they're serious bras.
They're serious about boobs.
Yeah, and it was like shoved on the bottom shelf for like women with like meaty bosoms. And I like stooped to get it in front of my husband. I was like, ah!
Threw out your back.
Threw out my back. Had to miss the wedding I was in Chicago for. I just sat in a dark room in a wheelchair watching Vanderpump Rules on muscle relaxers and Vicodin, which is
how it should be watched. P.S.
The only way. It should be watched, and we'll get to that.
Yes, we will.
And I'm on both of those drugs currently.
So whatever she says, please don't hold against her tonight. Or
I really mean it.
For future. Who knows?
And I'm
what's
also
gonna
having
come
a
out.
glass of red wine and throwing Kosh to the wind.
You really are. You are on hard drugs and alcohol.
And I don't care.
You're doing a Kim Richards special right now.
I sure am. And let Lisa try to stop me.
Well,
How are you?
I'm good. I was here holding down the Bitch Sesh fort.
Sure were.
And I also took a stroll past Villa Blanca while I was in town over the holidays. Yes, I was on my way to my OBGYN and was like, took a hard left and was like, I'm going to be late to see.
And you were confronted with Villa Blanca.
And there was Villa Blanca in front of me. Not a person in there, but it was like, it was 11 o'clock
Oh, Jax and the gang weren't tending
no,
bar?
they were not.
Like over at Sir?
Ariana was not there visiting.
Peter
but-
wasn't...
Peter the pirate was nowhere to be seen. But and we'll get into the characters of Vanderpump Rules in a minute. But yeah, I went into that bathroom. It was 11 o'clock, but in the morning.
So did you buy anything? You just
waltzed in and just went right to the bathroom. There was no
because you
hostess
had to
at the
go to the
desk.
bathroom, or because you wanted to check out.
I wanted to check out because we had read all those reviews, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Little devious maid.
I was there. I was like, and I was worried that they would know who I was. Like
Danielle, I don't think our podcast has catapulted us to the fame that by face recognition at the Villa Blanca bathroom.
A girl can dream, okay?
Although and I'm so sorry. Quick side note:
Yeah.
I was at Ojai Valley Inn and Spa. Hello,
name drop
over the break before Chicago, and a girl just pointed in my face and said "Bitch Sesh." And I've never been so touched with a sighting, because to be cited for my voice,
I know.
I'm
excited by that. Can I say that makes me really happy? It did not happen at Villa Blanca for me.
Go on.
But I went into the bathroom, and I have to say it didn't look great. And at 11 a.m., if you don't have your fucking bathroom together,
and that's not a breakfast spot.
That's not a breakfast spot. So at the start of the day, if that bathroom isn't
it should be
spot, then you gotta
tip-top shape.
Yeah. There was a roll of toilet paper on the floor, and then those
was a lot of it like.
No, it was just thrown on the floor, but still, like, get it together.
Yeah.
And then there was those, pads that you put on a toilet, like strung, like on the kind of a shelf, like kind of just cascading down.
Oh.
So
anything else?
No, there was no ponds or anything.
No stray ponds.
No stray ponds, as was said in the review. But it is 11 a.m. and if not a person was in the restaurant, like it seemed like
get it together.
Get it together. So I was just a little.
And while you were kicking around the cobblestone at Villa Blanca, did your boots walk you on over to?
Oh, I walked on over to Kyle Bailey. Of course, I can't not do the Walk of Fame. And I went in again. No one noticed me,
and again, no one there.
No one there.
No one but the locks of Kyle's freshly shorn hair.
Yeah, she was. I mean, lots of tops. They had like the books of her book was there, And, you know, like her book. And then who else's book? One other of their books was
I feel like it was probably like Leah Remini's book
yeah,
or something
like
which
that.
you gave me for the holidays.
I gave you, and
thank you.
I hope you get to it eventually.
You know, June, our friend who guested a couple weeks ago, June Diane Raphael, has issued a retraction or wants to issue an apology about her comments about women with long hair.
I stand by my comment. What is hers?
Well, she stands by it that in your 40s you have to go up in length, but in 50s she would like to see us all in a bob. But she just thinks she was a little harsh and that some women are wearing it well, not Kyle.
Yes. I agree. It depends on the woman, but you really
I think Erika Jayne wears it well.
Yeah, but she's a different kind of woman.
Yeah.
She is all woman. I'm saying like
I thought you were going to say she's, in transition or something.
No. Which she also looks like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like she's almost a caricature of herself, which I think that's the image that she is
and I think
going
she pulls
for.
it off gorgeously.
Exactly. So she's trying to almost be this almost big, like all woman in your face. And then if you're sort of a character, I'm fine with it. But when you're just like a housewife at your house, like what are you doing? What are you doing with long hair? Get that haircut. Look like a sophisticated human.
I think I said it last time, and I'm going to say it again. Long hair do care. It's the dumbest thing I've ever said, and why I had to say it again.
My sister also took umbrage to that because she has long hair.
Well, of course, anyone would. With
and
long
she was
hair.
like, I disagree with you. And I said, I stand by my statement. So, shall we get into?
I think we should get into it, guys. It's a new year, and I made a New Year's resolution to
a challenge
to myself and to you. I issued it as well, which was to having not watched one episode, and I mean I hadn't seen a clip. I didn't know a Stassi from a Jax to a Peter to a Lala, and I'll tell you what, I know them all, and I hate them all.
We watched every single episode. I am exhausted.
Piece of shit episode by those little sweaty, tweaked out cunts.
Yes, I am mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted from these spoiled assholes.
By these disgustings.
And I'm not sure if it's because we watched them all. I mean, I had things to do, too. I had a child to watch, a young child at home. And I put them all aside and
I had already left my child aside in the bra incident.
And I was like, I am going to watch this. I mean, every living moment that I wasn't like with my child, I was
Danielle
with Jax
you were
and
texting
Stassi.
me like, this is a slog. The thing is, and I know people might be upset, they're saying to themselves, and I have so many friends that are like, you guys, this show should be all about Vanderpump and talk about Vanderpump. And I gotta tell you, I don't know if it was watching it all as a piece, but it was not Making of a Murderer. It was horrible.
It was a lot. And I'm not saying that there weren't bright spots. You couldn't find a one. And we have, I mean, do we go through all the characters? Because we went through 3.5 seasons, and guys, there were 20 episodes per season,
and they're 40 fucking minutes long. And I'm sorry to be cursing. That's not me. That's the Vicodin and muscle relaxer.
And also the red wine.
Yeah. But seriously, and then what was up with this current season? They're doing like talkbacks after each show. It's like, I don't need to talk back about it, except for now.
I couldn't. Well, we have a talk.
What we're doing right now.
But I couldn't. So where do we start? Because we're going to give you guys a little Vanderpump.
I'll start with a woman named Sheena.
Oh, Sheena. I feel like
I don't even have anything.
I do. Silence. I feel like they're trying to make Sheena a star. She's always like the first build in the opening credits. And guess what? Can we stop trying to make Sheena happen? Because Sheena's not a thing.
I didn't feel Sheena was anything special when she was, flitting around Brandy on, in the crossover episodes. Her gray tooth is
upsetting.
So upsetting.
Yeah, and I don't think she's a very good friend.
She's a horrible person.
She's a terrible friend.
She's a horrible person.
Ariane's supposed to be her best friend, and yet she's like having this awful Kristen, who I also think I don't know if we get to her yet, but I think she's
a lot to bite off. Sheena and Kristen. Ariane, we can finish in a sentence.
Yeah, Ariane is like...
She's nice.
Yeah,
she's sweet. She seems like too good for the show.
Yeah, exactly. She kind of has a sense of humor. She's kind of too cool for
school.
And
I loved her in that pinup look.
She's
in
beautiful.
One of the photo shoots.
She's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so she's fine. But Sheena is not... She's nothing. Who cares?
Sheena's wedding.
Her tube top wedding?
Oh, and her mom, when she and her mom were stumbling around that disgusting Spanish-style mansion looking for the room when she was holding a fifth of gin. It was just so...
Her mom is also 20. I mean, her mom is the same age as
1
Sheena.
million.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all of them
Her mom is rode hard and put up wet.
Yes, it's true. And her mom wanted to be like, her mom was on the show from like the first season. I'm just like, some of these parents are way too involved in these lives. They should be like, get off this reality show. Why are you on it? Instead, they want to get in on it. I find it upsetting.
And I couldn't believe, what I did find enjoyable a little bit was kind of doing this like Sherlock Holmesian kind of piecing things together, where we got to see Kyle by Aileen too, but I thought I'd seen enough of that. We didn't see Kyle by Aileen too, but I did see Kyle's The White Party, seeing the other side of it.
Yes, it was.
I thought I'd seen enough of that Chamber of Commerce party for one lifetime.
Yes. And we got to see that dinner, that Sir dinner from the other side.
It was very Downton Abbey with
we got to see upstairs, downstairs.
The oldies and the youngies. But the weird thing is, I have to say, the Real Housewives, I feel like they always look to me, and I think it's because they're getting their hair and makeup on point for the testimonials. Yeah. They look so much better, and better is relative, but they do to me like a weird side hat or like a fur vest, or I don't know, they throw something on unexpected. But in terms of Vanderpump Rules, they look so horrible in the testimonials.
Stassi, I thought, had it together for the testimonials, but Katie, she wore a blue top where her nipples looked the strangest I've ever seen anything look ever.
Katie, kitty cat Katie.
She was
KT cat.
A waste of time.
A waste of space. I feel so bad.
And Schwartz is the parsley of people.
And together, they're the perfect couple. Although it's sad because I think he's more attractive than her, and I feel bad saying that as a woman.
I don't think either of them are attracted. He is personalityless. I
don't want to call anyone out. Could he and all the rest of the cast be gay? All the men?
Well, they're definitely metrosexual. There's a lot of hair care and grooming.
He got a perm.
That was so strange for a party. It was like, curl your hair, put in some twisty ties.
My dad did get a perm.
Yes, but
and he's not gay. No. I know that's what you would think, but he also got a perm. So I understand a man getting a perm because it's personally affected me in my own life. I've lived through that. But seeing him get a perm, and I hate the other Tom.
Oh,
that sad sack.
Oh, when he did that reading of his like lyrics and thought he was so funny this episode, I was like, what are we doing here?
And a lot of them tell me that, I get that they're waiters and they're waitressing, but then they've got this other side business. There's a lot going on with the side businesses, like statement necklaces, and this one's got weird.
I haven't seen.
What is Katie's hair business? Brooch hair business?
I don't know. And then Kristen has a t-shirt line,
but then yet they're all models.
Yes, but and how are they all having modeling shoots? Who's booking them on these shoots? The first time we even meet Jax and Tom, they're booked on the same modeling shoot.
Bless Jax. I'll tell you.
I will say Jax is a reality star.
Wow.
I
disagree.
He's a star. I mean, in a reality setting. I can't take my eyes off of him.
Wow.
He is interesting. He is sexual.
Got done by Jax.
No, I've not been Jax.
Because I'm attracted to James. Go on.
I said James. I am attracted to all British people, and I am not attracted to James. He is like in a train spot. He's a train spotting, like, you know what I mean? Like he kind of like worships that movie. He is. First of all, they're all sleeping with each other, and they are a chlamydia cluster. This whole group, like the CDC should be contacted because this is a chlamydia cluster, and Los Angeles should be worried.
I feel like with Jax watching it all together, he tells a very sad story.
Yes, he is pushing 40.
And his skin his jowls are bursting forth, bursting off of his face.
He's had 3 nose jobs in a month.
I know, and with each season, he's getting meatier and sweatier, and it's tough.
No, it is.
And I do appreciate his personality.
Yes, I do. I like him. And he is a sociopath, but everybody's like, oh, Jax.
I have a question I want to ask every single person listening, and I would love a response. It's fake, right?
Some of it's fake, but
because I got to tell you, Kristen feels very fake. Her and especially when she was with Tom, and then her with James. And then I love when Kristen's fired. She's relegated to all her scenes are like out by the dumpsters.
I know,
and she's just like in a like sundress waiting by the dumpsters. Yes. Like she's like, I don't know why I keep coming around here. It's like, oh, God,
because to be on the show.
Yeah.
It's weird that she's the only person that's like not working there anymore. That's on the show. Like Schwartz was kind of like a bystander for a while because he wasn't on the show. But I do feel like, I mean, it's got to be fake, but at the same time, they're all having sex, right?
I think so.
So is that real?
I don't know. There's something about Kristen and James that I don't buy. I just don't feel like they were really together.
I also don't buy Lisa's involvement. She's 100 and she's involved with them. She's like the Miss Garrett of the facts of life of these people.
I know. And you know what I have on my notes here, which is I like Kristen. Is it wrong?
Yes, it's wrong.
Really?
She is Vicky before Vicky became Vicky. That's who I think. She is like Vicky Light. She is on like if Vicky hadn't entered the insurance game and hadn't gotten married, like she has certain tendencies that like living out loud, but in this really insecure, sad way.
I also like Stassi.
I love Stassi.
I feel like when Stassi left, what are we watching?
Yes.
I literally felt like the lights went out.
Yeah. It did. That's what it felt like. I love Stassi. I like her style. I think, she's a bitch, but it felt fake.
But when she kept coming around towards the end, she turned into like my mom's friend.
Yeah.
Like she was just like, hi. But I don't know. She was fun.
Yeah. I liked Stassi. She was a bright light. Stassi and Jax are stars. Reality stars. I say this, but nobody else on the show is.
Feel that way.
But I think that they are stars, and I think the lights dim when they're not around.
Now, one of the sadder elements of the show, and it was kind of like a small thing, was Pandy and Sheena's friendship.
Were they really friends? It felt like
God, no.
I mean, she asked her to write on her terrifying blog. I went and visited her blog just to see like the editors and like
Pandy. And Pandy's always clutching like an oversized Chanel purse to hide her midline.
And then they both got that dress together for the birthday party.
Sad.
No, and then we did see a little bit of Max here and there.
But he's like pretending to be friends with which one of the guys?
James.
Yes,
I think him and James are both sort of British and friends.
And it just feels sad. Like Pandy's kind of running things, but she's kind of not. And she seems like sort of a sweet girl, but she's got this faux British accent. And then she's friends with just the trashiest one. I mean, watching her at Sheena's bachelorette party amidst the madness was so...
Well, Sheena does write for her blog. She does like a makeup column on her blog.
What's going on with Sheena and Shay?
Well, that's getting dark. He's got some sort of issues.
Yeah.
Something's going on there.
I love the best was when, well, this part wasn't good, when Shay was addicted to multiple things. But Sheena literally was saying to the camera when Shay was like crying and saying like, I can't be myself, not on medication, which, I know how that feels right now. And,
yes, you do.
And Sheena's literally like, okay, he needs to get his shit together, but I can't be with someone who doesn't drink. She's so shocking. I have a direct quote I'm going to find too, because she went on, and she was just baby like. No, she was just baby.
That's the drugs talking.
I don't know what's going on. I'm one to talk. Continue.
But Sheena's wedding planner, Danielle, I'd love to give like just a small shout out to her. She's just kind of like ambling through the wedding, picking up paper cups.
Turning on and off that large fountain.
Yeah, it was so strange. She was a sad wedding planner. Also, Jiggy at the wedding, I was like, that dog is dead. They're carrying around a dead dog.
You do believe that
I believe Jiggy died 2 years ago. And they are carrying around this carcass of a dog and no one has realized it yet.
Well, not to touch on Real Housewives, but we were watching Lisa and Ken in that like small helicopter going to the Hamptons, and I was just hoping they just would throw Jiggy out the window and he would just bounce off the ocean.
That would be like an honorary death, like funeral bicey for him. I think that's okay.
And now Peter bothers both of us. Now I know you're thinking, who's Peter?
Of course, as you should be, because he is nothing.
He's a very, very minor character.
He's an assistant manager that just wears a ponytail in this day and age.
And he's in the fringes, and it seems like he's always trying to dart in and out, and he wants to be a part of things, and it's just, he's so thirsty.
Oh, the worst. And sometimes he goes out with them, and then he was hitting on that one hostess that was there for a while. What was her name? She was around for a while. Something. Yeah. I don't know. Not worth my time. That's what her name was. Sandoval also looks like, Tom Sandoval looks like Cleo Duvall. Look her up, everybody. The woman's version.
You know what I was interested in is the side character of Rachel, the stand-up comedian who's friends with with Kristen.
Yes.
I'm interested in her sets. And poor Tina, who's like the gorgeous African-American server. Where did she go?
I know. Well, there's all these like side characters that like kind of come in and out, and I don't quite know who they are. There was that girl first season that had been like a drug addict but went to Juilliard. I was like, oh, she went to Juilliard. You're worth something. Why are you on this show?
Why are you doing this?
Yeah. So,
guys, I know this isn't a great report on Vanderpump Rules.
No. And again, it might have been because we watched 4 seasons in 3 days.
Yeah, because we both left it under the wire.
Yeah, but
and I guess I'm not glad I did it.
No, I'm not. I feel like I lost days of
precious
my life.
Precious time. Baby. I have a baby.
My 2-year-old, she's aware now. At least a baby is like, he won't remember. She's 2. She knows things. She's like knocking on the door, pounding on the door, like, Mommy, play with me. And I'm like, I'm watching Jackson Stassi break up.
You're like, the Toms are on.
Just not Not worth it, guys. Not worth it.
I don't know. I got to tell you.
Vanderpump doesn't
I'll
rule.
take Ladies of London over you any day.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break.
And we're back.
On that note, shall we turn the show over to our second portion of the show? We have an amazing guest.
We love her. Good friend.
Dear friend.
You've seen her on Burning Love and many other things on your TV. Some happy endings.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. Some Hot
She has
Wives
her own
of Orlando.
podcast.
Yes.
She's a dear friend, and she's here to talk with us about this week's episode of
huge
Beverly
fan.
Hills.
Huge fan of the Housewives.
Morgan Walsh.
Hi, everybody.
She sounds so sexy.
Sounds so sexy. It's like Yolanda just got here.
I'm attracted to you.
I know. You guys, I'm reeling from that recap. That was
Really?
incredible.
Thank you. We
Are you upset?
I feel like the wine and the medication probably isn't due to a back injury, but rather watching too much Vanderpump Rules.
That's what happened. When I say I bent down for a bra, I meant I watched Sheena
bent down for a bra, but you sort of you think you did it.
I watched
because
Sheena lay down the tracks for her song.
Oh,
James.
she cannot sing. Oh, all
Mind
of them
her
can-
song good as
What?
gold. Good as
She
gold.
can't sing. None of them have a talent, and that's
You guys, I also feel like, and not to just sidebar, I feel like we should bring up that it was my birthday that we went to Villa Blanca for.
Oh yes, we did. That's
It was terrible.
And it was a
disaster.
disaster.
We were all, it was like seeing
bad,
behind the
though.
curtain. It was very upsetting.
hated at the time. But
Yeah.
you're talking, I like
No,
TGI
we-
Fridays.
Yeah.
Like I'm,
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go to Chili's any day of the week. I won't go to Villa Blanca.
No, never again.
Better at Chili's.
Other than snooping
Other than
around
to
to
snoop in the
check
bathroom on the way to the OBGYN.
Morgan, where's your head at with this season of Beverly Hills?
I wasn't feeling as bad about it as you guys until tonight's episode. I mean, I was into the baby horse, the hunt for the baby
Really?
horse.
You were?
Oh, that was like the darkest of the dark for me.
I really was. I know it was. I mean, also, I feel like, should we be concerned about what has happened with the baby horse that they
We'll
left
never
behind?
see them again.
Great question.
I mean, why
With
aren't-
the lame baby
Yes.
horse.
And then I know they got the other one, the cuter one. I was on board. I felt like, okay, these are the housewives I know and love.
Wow.
I know. It's a real departure from where you guys have been.
But you don't feel like tonight was just about scheduling and
terrible.
silicone?
Scheduling and silicone. That should have been the title of the episode.
Oh my God, can you guys believe that we had to watch an implant be pulled out the flesh from her body? And lay
That
on the
was
table?
Upsetting.
chilling.
It looked like chicken parm. I'm going to be honest with that.
It did.
On that metal slab.
It was so upsetting. And oh my God, all the sidebars from David Foster. Oh my God, the boobless dumb wonder I married. What did he say?
Oh, we have a
please.
lot to say about him. I mean, you see the relationship falling apart. I think you see him be uncaring and
Is it because we already know that
I
he's
always
left,
felt
or
he
is-
was a little...
right?
he was a
We
bit
have
of a
to
cold
assume.
fish. But him like groping at her about to be removed leaking breast
Oh my God.
was a
in the car. Do you mind while he gropes away?
It was so dark and so sad. It made me feel sad for her and just her like being like, oh, and she was like, don't be scared, my love. And he's like, I'm not, I'm fine.
Yeah, he's like,
I
I'm
have
good.
that
No, no,
exact
no.
quote.
Yeah.
Yolanda, don't be scared. Foster, no, I'm good. Another quote I just jotted down as it was coming at me was, I'm a toothless, brainless wonder. David, that's exactly what I married.
That's what I was looking for.
It's like when we were watching Kelsey Grammer like leave the limo with
Dark times.
with Camille like on that last like, and we just knew it was over and we watched it happen. It felt it
was like
smacked of
Pinter's
that.
betrayal. It was just so stripped bare, that moment in the limo.
I want to Where Are They Now and find out how Kelsey Grammer's doing with the new woman.
Yes. What's her name? Cara?
We don't care, but can we find out? I just want to know how they're doing.
I would love just a special on that.
Yeah.
That's a great. And I'd
That's
love to see Taylor at home with her new gentleman.
Oh my God.
I don't
we
want
got a
to.
glimpse
I don't
of
want to
her.
view that. I think that's some tough stuff. I think Taylor's beyond.
Can we
Yeah,
talk-
you're right. I shouldn't have called for that.
Please don't call
Andy
for that.
tell Taylor she's not allowed to come back, or did she just move away to Colorado because
I
she
have
wanted
the
to
same
leave?
question about Brandy. It's who told who?
He told Brandy to
He
leave
told
because
Brandy,
she
and I
was
think he
hurting
told Taylor to leave. I think
And
Taylor
Kim,
has
but
been
I got to
bad.
say, you pointed it out, Morgan.
Yeah.
This
I point out a
season,
lot of things.
The only drama available to us is about
Yeah.
women who are off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brandy.
This is noises off.
Yeah, yes, it is. The drama's
The
off
Grand
screen.
Hotel. All
right.
right,
All
enough
off
theater references, guys. I went to school
I love
for drama.
Grand Hotel. No wrong. Nothing
Brandy's
wrong with that.
gone. Nene's gone from Atlanta.
I know, but there's still enough drama on Atlanta. Atlanta's
I'm
kicking,
loving
Atlanta is chock
kicking
full.
it. Yeah, I'm fine with Atlanta. But, the only drama on screen tonight was the chicken parm breast and
Dr. Feng's
and Dr.
scrubs.
Feng's
Oh my
scrubs,
God.
which were insane. She looked I said I would still much prefer to wear that than anything from Kyle by Eileen too, and I stand by that.
I'm sure Kyle's opening an Aileen 222 in Ohio.
Yeah, well, she did have a pop-up shop in the Hamptons. As we found.
Guys, I think I differ. My opinion really differs here on Kyle.
What?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I want you guys to.
You're not in a safe space. You know that, right?
Number one, I love her.
Oh,
I really like her. Number two, when people were writing in on which house husband was the most handsome, why was Maurizio left?
Because I thought that was so obvious.
That was the
No
given.
offense.
That's the given.
No offense.
We wanted some
God,
bold choices.
I love their love. Like, I'm completely on
No,
board.
you know who has a great love?
I'm on a yacht.
You know who has a great love, as we saw tonight.
Yes.
Erika Jayne.
Yes,
God.
Erika Jayne and
that little mensch.
yes, there was true love. They're adorable together.
Mr. Girardi.
Mr. Girardi, as she calls him, and I will now refer to him as Mr.
As
Girardi.
we all should. And that cameo from Chief Beck. I mean,
I'll tell you what, the cameos tonight, there was Chief
That's
Beck
where
and
the
then
drama was.
every fourth tier gay they could find to shove on screen.
Isaac Mizrahi, who is never in a shoot.
I wasn't naming
every
names.
name wrong.
What's his
say
name? I do.
every
That's-
name wrong.
when I'm what is? How do you say it? Isaac Mizrahi.
Mizrahi.
Isaac
Did you
Mizrahi.
say Isaac? Isaac
I
Mizrahi.
was thinking of Isaac Perlman. Sorry.
You are always thinking of this.
And let's not forget when Dennis Basso with the huge
Oh my
knock.
God. Who?
Knock
Renowned
like-
designer?
just
Renowned
designer Dennis Basso or Basso.
Who was he?
Remember when he clambered in?
Oh my God. But
Here's the thing. I do like Kyle too. I take umbrage with
I never
the
say that
fact.
right, by the way.
I know. I'm sure that was wrong.
You take ombre.
I take ombre with the fact that she's not willing to share the one thing we care about.
And she brought it up tonight. No one brought it up, but she was like, I'm in a bad space. I couldn't stay at this loud party hotel that has no room service because I'm in a bad space because my sister got arrested for stealing $600 worth of toys for
Portia.
for an unknown child
then when they
at Target. And then they were like, oh, what's going on with your sister? She was like, I don't want to talk about it. And then was like, I'll reveal things about you. It's like,
And I want to say, please
what?
do, guys. I would love to hear you reveal things about everyone. And I got to say, I have been behind Bravo every single television show save for the People's Couch.
Yes.
And I've had enough.
Yes.
What are we doing? We're wasting our time here in this
Yes.
nook.
Either get us some new
I'm
ladies.
not going to take muscle relaxers and Vicodin for this shit.
Also, I have to say, watching Vince and Eileen go at it
no, that was-
tonight
no.
was.
You
I feel like
really hate Vince and
I
Eileen.
hate Vince. He's a tennis pro, and I say that with huge,
Air quotes.
How
air
pro
quotes.
is he? Is he like number 300?
I don't know what he is, but to say anything to her about what she buys and what she does not buy,
She's been working forever. And
she's
earning
making the money, and he's saying stupid or shut up. The way he treats her is not okay.
And I feel like I said, that their relationship is not so bad that they're going to get divorced.
Oh,
which
they
is
seem
even
happy with their
sadder.
kids.
It's like this is where they're at, and we all have
forever,
to accept that
for a lifetime.
exactly the way he was
One
telling
life
her
to live, you guys. One life to live.
Nice.
It is. It's
Wrong
true.
show, but-
It's just, but it's just
Good
kind
enough.
of this like dull, simmering resentment, and we
So it's
have
marriage.
to watch. Yes.
So it's real life. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just watching myself.
Wait, I have to say too, I mean, we touched on Kim and I understand that it's a recap of tonight's episode, but can I mention the fact that you and I met Kim?
Yes, and she was lovely. I feel like we've mentioned
Oh,
that. Yeah,
okay.
no, but we can say it again.
mean,
no, but
please.
she was lovely.
It was a dream come true.
Yeah.
To meet her. And I was so nervous. I mean, and we've met
Look, when
people.
Kim is in a great space, tweeting
She's
about
good.
turtles.
She did on New
She's
Year's.
good.
That's all I want
On New
from
Year's,
her.
she tweeted turtles, so that made me feel like
happy
there's
she's in
there's
jail.
maybe some. I don't think she's in jail. Is she in jail right
No.
now?
Guys,
No.
I'm not up the way you're up. But
No,
I feel
she's-
like if she stole $600 worth of
No,
stuff,
that's
No.
nothing. That's nothing.
From the Van Nuys Target, that's nothing to them.
That's nothing. That happens every day.
didn't Winona go to jail? But
No,
she's-
she never went to jail. She just and she was at Saks. It's a different story.
What happened with that? Was she just a kleptomaniac?
I think there's just a reaction where you need to steal things that don't belong
I
to
do
you
think that
to
it's a
make you feel
disease.
better.
It's a cry for help. Like there's constantly like middle-aged women wandering suburban malls stealing things that have the money to afford them. I think that's just like a
It's
middle-aged
a
kind
thing
of
you
like
have to do. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
that
think
it's-
it's like
You
when
have
you're-
to go through it. Okay.
Yeah,
So we're gonna do
we're all
it.
gonna do.
Nah,
we're all
we'll
gonna
all
have
be there.
Long hair, stumbling through a Marshall's, just
Pick out
stealing
your
things we
purses
don't
now,
need.
ladies. I'll get them for you.
I mean, A sad scene was also the Grimsville suite at the Sheraton.
Yeah, for QVC.
But do you blame her for wiping everything down? No.
No, I go into a Sheraton, like take off that comforter, CUMFORTER, every time I walk into one.
I also love
what
Lisa.
can I do?
You know, I had that meeting with her at Whole Foods where we really got down to it.
Yeah, Morgan loves Lisa, as do I, because she has done me a favor with Hot Wives. But
Casey hates her.
Don't hate her, guys. Don't do me like that. I don't hate her, but she's wearing thin.
Yeah.
you guys have had a problem with her hair, which I could
Her
see.
hair is terrible.
I'm okay with it, and I could see myself having that style in 1 to 2 years. So everybody, calm down.
I won't let you.
Yes,
I think we care about
There'll
you
be
too
nothing
much
you
to
could
ever
do
let that
about
happen.
it. It's gonna happen. My hair's probably gonna do it on its own.
No, I can't.
Now, we also got a little look at Erika's house and her home life.
Oh my God.
17,000 square feet.
And that
she has-
leopard dress we got to look at.
Oh, yeah.
And those high-heeled sneakers.
Oh my God. But
And the philosophy for her house.
Oh yeah, what is the
philosophy?
She said there is a
though?
philosophy, but I'm curious as to what
Maybe
it
she
is.
doesn't want to share it.
Well, she said philosophy, and then they cut to something that looked exactly like a Catholic church.
You're right.
Do you remember there
Yes.
was a bronze of a pope?
It had a Carlton-esque vibe. Remember Carlton's house? That
Do
was.
I remember? Yes. Why don't we have more of their Where Are They Nows? Like, I need to know where Carlton is and what's
What
happening.
was the other one's name?
Is she in a dungeon somewhere?
Oh, the
in
one,
her
the
own
beauty
house?
queen, the ex-beauty
big-
queen from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
The one whose
Oh, I don't
husband
care
had like
about
a
hers.
big old dick.
Yeah.
The big dick
Oh my
husband.
God. You called me once when you were
the
in a
one
grocery
married to
store.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah.
Yes.
You saw Big Dick in a grocery store and
I
texted me. A
Yeah.
frenzied text from Danielle, like, I'm near him. I'm at Gelson's.
Yeah, I was very excited to be within the presence of his large schlong.
and you're attracted to Jax. I love this
I'm
so
not
much.
attracted to Jax.
I'm attracted to Erika's
I am
husband.
attracted. It's not. I get the attraction to Jax. Again, I would never. He is a petri dish of STDs, but
you'd still.
But I still like. I
you
get
like
his
like a
vibe.
man.
Yeah, like a man. He's gotten puffy and he's gotten like oily, and I agree.
I think he has
But
a pill problem.
Yeah, but first season Jax was to me. You know,
There's
I get
something
it.
The kind of
very
Jax you
alluring.
want.
Yeah, the kind of Jax I need in my
A
life.
man with confidence, and because he's had so much experience sleeping with women, there is an air that comes off a person like
And
that.
what is his sweater line going to be? I'm curious. He spoke of it.
Listening, Jax. I'm listening.
Yeah.
If you put all their products out on a table,
Non-existent.
it would just go up in flames on its own accord.
So Stassi wants to be a.
Statement jewelry designer. Statement
Yeah.
piece necklace designer.
And what is Stassi up to now? Because I think
I
she's a kept
Googled.
woman. I did too.
No, but I did her Instagram. It was
she kept by her father?
No, by this new boyfriend who is
Yeah.
some sort of radio show or something.
He's cute.
But I looked him up. He
She
looked
also had
okay.
a lot
but
of scenes by the dumpster, though, when she was coming
Sure.
around.
Yeah.
Back.
She did some real dumpster work.
Once you are no longer at Sir, then you're by the dumpster.
and you're in the alley because there's nowhere else, or you're in their shitty West Hollywood apartments.
Do you think any
Oh
of
my
them
God,
has
Jax's
ever?
apartment is my nightmare.
Jax's apartment. Oh my God!
guys-
This like stained corduroy
No,
couch
no,
bumping up
no,
against a
no,
twin bed and his
no.
bike on the wall.
No. I told Danielle, I got so upset by that because I'm thinking, why are they there other than, why are they there?
But has
But they're
any-
not making a lot of money on
No.
Vanderpump.
And when she was teasing him with the paycheck, oh, you guys didn't see that. I don't know if you saw that, but Lisa was teasing Jax with his paycheck.
I will say, do you think any of them has
like,
ever
there's
taken
17,000
a table at that restaurant? Has any of them ever waited?
I know.
At one point you see Sinead being like, "Do you want the crispy chicken?" But they've never.
No.
Again, we digress to Vanderpump Rules.
I know,
though.
I'm
We're
sorry.
on Real
But I
Housewives.
know some of them. I think do wait tables occasionally.
I think they're too busy modeling.
Yeah.
They're always modeling.
But we digressed from Beverly
Okay, we
Hills,
gotta-
which
we gotta
again
get-
we had to.
I mean,
sort of.
because there was nothing that happened on tonight's episode.
know.
I did, but I feel like in the coming weeks, like the only drama, Casey, you pointed out, was like the only drama this week, which was not real drama, but they gave us the drama music, was like that they all moved to a big house as opposed to staying at the party hotel with Lisa, and like they put on that music.
It did really feel like they were reaching though on that one.
They're
And
really
also,
reaching,
they
guys.
did take a red eye, and Lisa Rinna did drive in a car. Like, we're very close friends.
I would never
know.
go to one of your white parties in the Hamptons. No, I wouldn't
go from your QVC gigs
I wouldn't
that
go
you're always
to
doing. You would
Silver
never do
Lake.
that.
Well, I think you would.
Well,
I
yeah, I would. You know what? I feel like, look, we've been nasty tonight. And Danielle and I were saying, normally I am such a fan of these shows. I don't want them to end. I can't. I'm like rationing out my Dove small mini chocolates for the whole episode. And now I'm like, when is this over?
No,
you know what? Next week, I think it's going to come back, you guys. I want to like infuse with a little positivity. I feel like the teaser for next week was good.
Yes, because we saw something about Vince cheating.
We saw something.
I don't know, but sometimes they do with these teasers. I don't trust the teasers anymore.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're
trust
like the Mad Men teasers that are just like book, go, hi. So obscure and means nothing.
I know, and it's never what you think it is.
Yeah.
It's like drama that isn't drama. I mean, the only
They're like, here's the paper. It's like next week.
It is. And I know because I saw in Us Magazine that Brandy comes back at some point, and I hope she can give us something.
That. And I'm glad Bethany's coming back.
Oh, Bethany always adds a
I feel
little
like
flavor.
Erika can take Bethany.
Yeah. There seemed to be a little drama between them because Bethany just says what's on her mind and doesn't care and is intelligent and fun.
But Bethany's trying to give her branding tips, right? For her career tips, which is uncomfortable because Erika Jayne's doing just fine.
Yeah. Mr. Girardi and Erika Jayne
are doing just fine. I bet Bethany doesn't have the head of the police. Talking to her. I will say that I've been watching. I follow Bethany on Instagram, obviously, and her sayings t-shirts are really sort of getting to me. Like her, like I'm just like you have the fame, you have the fortune. What do you need, Bethany?
I feel like she's an example of long hair. Maybe on Kyle isn't working, but sometimes some women I feel are cutting their hair too soon.
Bethany, really?
Bethany went
because where do we go
from
here?
Her hair. Do you disagree? I kind of like it. Again, I like Lisa Rinna's hair, so I don't know that I can be trusted.
I can't with that. I really refuse to accept that.
Although I did like Lisa Rinna's olive shawl on QVC.
I like the camel, which sold out. I bought them all, just so you know.
No, I like what she does. I'm into Lisa Rinna. I'm a fan of hers.
Yeah, she's a hustler, which I appreciate.
Yeah, she's all
Real
about that life.
Guys, I mean,
I know.
I feel like we almost picked the wrong season to do this show. I'm despondent.
I mean, should Potomac? What does Potomac have in store? Maybe something better.
Good, I think.
Because
I'm not going to stop watching it.
I won't. Some article that said. Yeah, that's right, guys. I was reading, and it
in the New York Times,
In Touch,
Wall Street Journal,
an In Touch magazine, and it said
periodical.
Yeah, no, it wasn't In Touch, but it said something like, if anyone who watches The Housewives, it's so anti-feminist, and I opened that to you all because I feel like we're all three huge feminists, and yet.
I mean, I heard that Gloria Steinem said that it was a minstrel show for women.
That's what I read.
I read that in a tweet. Is that the periodical?
I was like, oh God, no, Gloria.
I know, and that made me.
I feel like they've made it. If Gloria Steinem is tweeting about them, they've made it. They've arrived.
And so, I had mixed feelings about that because I consider myself a very big feminist and pro-woman. And this is just a fun, silly, drama-filled thing. I don't know. I don't take it like that. I don't think it's against women. I think
now, did you feel it was against women when during the broadcast you leaned over to me and said, it's hard to watch these old women after I've been watching Vanderpump?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so at all.
Okay.
You mean when I said that they look like monsters compared to the young women of Vanderpump? No, I stand by
correct.
that too.
You stand by that.
I stand by
Take that, Gloria.
Take that.
The women of Housewives are monsters when comparing them to the little monsters.
The
of
young
Vanderpump.
monsters running. Well, it's just because they've had so much surgery. So I've always thought that the women of the Housewives look fine. They look normal. They look like human beings. But then seeing them against the young people of Vanderpump, the young women who haven't done as much, I was like, they're monsters.
Speaking of young women, the one thing I am really weirded out by is it feels like Yolanda favors Gigi so much over Bella.
You never see Bella.
You guys, of course she does, right? Of course she favors.
It feels like she's always, that's the first call on her.
Did she even call Bella on the
we
slab?
only saw the one FaceTime with someone. She woke the other one up and left the other one sleeping.
Yeah, it was.
She was out drinking, actually. She wasn't sleeping. She was out drinking.
Do you think she's upset? She loves Gigi because she doesn't have Lyme?
I thought Gigi does. No, Gigi
Just
doesn't
kidding.
have Lyme disease. And, the other two have Lyme disease. Oh,
Guys.
But I heard she's moving
one family.
Do I have Lyme? Did I lose my voice because I have Lyme disease?
Who knows? Have you been in the northeastern forest recently?
Have you been in a horse ranch?
No. I still could have it.
You don't know. It's everywhere.
Danielle and I are putting together some plans to possibly have a Lyme correspondent come on and just help us.
Who has suffered through it and just kind of help everyone understand kind of like
what we're looking at.
Is this just the Lyme disease or is Lyme disease? Sorry. I mispronounced every name, including terrible diseases on this show. So everyone just get on board.
My name is Morgan.
I don't care. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. I will call you what I feel you are.
Morgan.
Morgan. Kisse. But I'm just going to mispronounce. That's my name. But I do feel like, just to let us know, is this just Lyme disease, or is there something else on top of this? I believe she has Lyme disease, but I think that, is there something else going on?
Something else at work.
Yeah, and I think that will be. And then we also have Kyle by Eileen 2 news, but that will wait for June because that's
breaking news.
That's breaking news.
We need that bubble above our head like they have on Watch What Happens Live, with every time we say Kyle by Eileen 2 that we all have to drink whatever we have in front of us. Because it gets said a lot.
Speaking of, special shout out to our dear friend Deanna Rayfield, who's actually going to be a guest in 2 weeks on this podcast, and she is being the bartender tonight on Watch What Happens Live.
As we speak. She is on it. We're so excited.
For her podcast, OMFG, which is amazing.
And she's going to, I think, ask maybe a question to Erika. So this is really exciting because she'll be in the same room. I wonder I bet she smells really good, Erika Girardi.
That creamy complexion and that nude lip.
Love her lips. I love her nude lip. I couldn't pull it off. I look like a corpse.
And she's got to be 107,
no,
right?
she's 40.
She's 40.
No, she was a cocktail waitress. She's had 7 lives.
Yeah, but she's
flawless.
Like
a cat.
She's like a cat.
She is flawless.
And she dresses.
Pat the puss. Pat the puss.
Pat the puss, guys. With that,
we say adieu.
We're going to pat the puss and say adieu. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Morgan Walsh.
Yes, we love you.
Girls, it's like our brunch.
Controversial statements, but I appreciated all of them.
Guys, let's here's hoping next week's episode gives us a little more to...
I think it will. Thank you for your hope.
To hate.
And thank you for your positivity, Morgan, to wish that for all of us.
I'm amazing.
Bye. Bye.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Adam Sachs, and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.